Hello, my friends. Hello, how's everybody doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. If you're here, please kindly say hi in the chat as always. As always, before we start off, you can find the link to my private group and Patreon in the description down below and in the comments. It's basically the method I've been using to, turn roughly $10,000 into hundreds of thousands of dollars in one cycle, get out, and in another cycle, turn that into millions. And that's what I teach. That's what I preach. Every coin that I'm buying, whenever I buy, I sell. All the market updates, charts, technical analysis, everything is there. Link is down below if you want to join and see what I'm doing right now with all the members. Adrian Mendez, hello. Snide 316, hello. Excuse me. How is everybody doing, my friends? How's it going? Uh, Good to tune in and talk to you today again. Miss Billionaire M, hello, 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 my friend. How are you? Manjiro, hey brother, glad I'm on break. I'm really glad that you're on break too. Welcome, welcome to the live. Welcome everyone. Abiku, hello, hello, my friend. A lot of people that have been here for a while. Good to see you. Wonderful. I love talking to you guys. Good morning, Michael. How are you, friend? So let's get down to it. Lately, especially if you've been a member of mine, been analyzing a lot of the indexes with the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, the Nasdaq, right? And historically, basically, what these things tell us is there's potential for much more downside, which is exactly why we have targets that are much much lower. If the market, for example, crashes much further, even some odds crash as much as 80%, we have entries for stuff like that, right? But at the same time, I keep reiterating and I keep tweeting this stuff. And it's very important to be aware of the fact that Bitcoin has now crashed 78%, and alts have crashed. Some have crashed now 80%, some 85, some 90, some 95, some 99%. Basically, a lot of these alts, of course, can crash much further. But the point I'm trying to make is this: we're finally in the macro accumulation phase that I keep talking about. And a lot of these coins, like I said earlier on, also are never going to see all-time highs or pump well and going to go to zero. But a lot of these coins are also going to pump very well and see new all-time highs. So we're finally in the macro accumulation phase. And of course, you should be buying in accordance with a certain strategy, dollar cost averaging and diversifying. But at the same time, that does not mean because I actually see that a lot of people are on the sidelines right now. And of course, if the market crashes further, they will get great entries, just like us, right? But what if, and I'm not saying that's the case because we just simply don't know when it's going to happen exactly. What if the market reverses, right? What if the market reverses and you miss out? So historically, whenever Bitcoin crashed 78%, that was never the bottom, because in the past we crashed 94%, 87%, 84%. But it's roughly an 80% crash. And that being the case, although it was never the bottom, every single time it was a great entry, which every single time resulted in huge profits, at least 1,200% pump, if you look at it historically. Uh, as for altcoins, whenever Bitcoin has been down roughly 78% in the past, the opportunity that you had to accumulate altcoins, since altcoins crash much harder than Bitcoin, since they have a lot less capital in them and therefore they're much more volatile, you have some great buying opportunities, historically. The point I'm trying to make is, right, if you're not already accumulating and you think crypto is going to zero, what are you even doing in crypto, right? If you, of course, if you're shorting and you think it's going to go to zero, that's one thing, right? But in the short, the maximum you can basically make is like 100%. So the point I'm trying to make is, if you're believing in crypto and you believe that a lot of these coins are going to pump well, or a lot of these coins are going to see new all-time highs, and we've been waiting for this macro accumulation phase for a very long time. Um, what are you waiting for? You see, that's my point. If once again you don't have a strategy, and right now you, for example, thought for some reason I just told you to go all in, which I of course did not. Definitely, once again, please do not go all in or do anything silly. Link down below to my Patreon. Subscribe, download the Millionaire Spreadsheet, and diversify and dollar cost average on the way down in accordance with that sheet. All I'm trying to say is right now I'm in this phase where I'm neutral. So, back when we were near the top, I was bearish because I was expecting huge crashes. These huge crashes have come, and now I'm neutral because I'm like 50-50, because the market can either reverse and pump, or it can keep crashing hard. If it crashes hard, I'm going to become bullish. If it crashes very hard, I'm going to become very bullish. If it pumps hard, I'm going to become bearish. If it pumps very hard, I'm going to become very bearish. Currently, right now, it's a neutral zone because it's a macro accumulation phase, right? The macro accumulation phase by itself implies that you should already be buying here lower and much lower. So you can't really be either bearish or bullish, right? I know that these narratives and scenarios have been drilled into your brain that you always have to either bullish or bearish, but you don't. That's for traders. That's when whatever trader takes an investment, does a trade, and he has to make money. He has to choose a side. The truth is that as an investor, there's a time to be bearish, there's a time to be neutral, and there's a time to be bullish. Let's see what you're saying, my friends. Michael Colomb, guys, can you please hit the like button for Rob, please? Oh, thank you so much, Michael. That's so very kind of you. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, that would be wonderful. Please, my friends, if it's not too much to ask, could you please kindly put a like so that this video goes up in the search engine on YouTube, and we get much more people to hear the message. So yeah, I just want to remind that despite the potential huge crashes that are coming, and they really might be coming, we never know, right? I do not want people to be depressed about it. I do not want people to be afraid of them. I want people to understand that it's a great buying opportunity. And if we do get further crashes, that means that we get a better ROI. In a bull market, when we find a reverse, that means we're going to get much bigger profits. If that's not the case, we've already diversified and dollar cost averaged enough for us to make great money if the market reverses and pumps hard. One thing that I want to say up front, definitely do not FOMO and start randomly buying stuff if we start pumping. Please don't do that, because that you're deviating away from the plan. And if you've done it once, that means you're going to deviate from the plan in the future, and you're going to mess up the whole plan. And you're just going to be an emotional investor who just started making emotional decisions. And that's a very bad habit to have, meaning that you're probably not going to lock in profits when you're supposed to lock in profits, because once again, you've made one emotional mistake will lead you to make another emotional mistake. You might get lucky once with an emotional mistake, thinking you'll get lucky a second time, and maybe you will even a second time, but then the third time you get absolutely burnt and destroyed. So please do not start making bad emotional habits. Also, if we start crashing, please kindly buy only in accordance with the Millionaire spreadsheet. Do not start going in once again or putting in more than you need to put in. Please kindly check the Millionaire spreadsheet, check the entry. If it's roughly there around that, around that entry, put in the amount that is indicated. Be patient, please, and do not be greedy. We always want to get the exact bottom and go all in at the bottom, and we always want to get the exact top and go all actually at the exact top. In my personal experience in crypto, since 2016 and nearly 10 years in financial markets, very rarely have I been able to do something like that. 90% of the time, I've never been able to do it. And that's exactly why I have my strategy. And anybody who tells you that they're consistently able to do that are simply lying. What's realistic is to buy very low, sell very high. That's realistic. But buying the exact bottom and selling the exact top with every single coin or every single stock is just fairy tale. And we're too grown up, we're adults to believe in that kind of stuff. I can tell you my personal experience, like I said, maybe 10% of the time I've been able to do that. 90% of the time, I have not been able to do that. But that, once again, does not stop us from buying low and selling high, and buying very low and selling very high. Once again, our duty, right? Everything that I do, everything that I teach, like I said in the beginning here, is I basically, you take $10,000, you invest that $10,000, you make anywhere roughly $150,000, $200,000, $250,000, something like that in one cycle. You lock in those profits, you get out, you ignore the further pumps that come, you simply ignore them. It doesn't matter. You made crazy gains, right? It doesn't matter if you exited and the coin pumped another 10,000%, right? It does not matter. You sold, you're done. You made crazy money. What you do afterwards is you sit there, no matter how long it takes, like we did this time, roughly a year. The last time it was also roughly a year, over a year. You just sit there waiting these crashes. Yesterday I was retweeting these tweets when I was talking about these crashes, and people were telling me I'm a moron, basically. So, like I was saying, that one of those tweets was the Dogecoin is going to crash 90 to 99%. Doge already crashed 94%, So you simply wait. You wait and do nothing. And then when these crashes come, you start dollar cost averaging with equal amounts of money upon new lows. You start diversifying into different coins with different narratives. You do not start getting scared, because during every single bear market, there are these scary narratives that make sure that you don't buy, you don't accumulate in a macro accumulation phase. You have to understand also a very important factor. right? I keep talking about this. Like, for example, back in the day in 2018, somewhere like that, 2019, I purchased Bitcoin, after it crashed from 20K to, I started buying like $6,800. So I started dollar cost averaging there, and the dollar cost average all the way down to like 3,600 or something, 3,800. I don't remember the exact number, something like that. Yeah. The point being that at a certain point, my first entry was down over 50% on Bitcoin. And on some altcoins, it was down as much as 80 or 85%. But, I stacked to the plan. I kept buying the coins with what I had back then was the Millionaire spreadsheet, but it just wasn't published for everyone. It was just for myself, right? And so I just kept dollar cost averaging and diversifying and bringing down my average and buying and buying and buying and buying upon lows with equal amounts of money. Well, kind of with equal amounts of money. I already explained how that matured. So what happened afterwards is the market pumped hard. Market pumped hard, and it paid off very well. Yes, I did not nail the exact bottom. Yes, some of the entries did not hit, but I got amazing entries and I got amazing exits. So basically, that's what I said, that all you have to do once you've sold, you take $10,000, you turn it into roughly $200,000, you sell, you get out, you wait the crashes, you start buying again. And then afterwards, what happens is in the next cycle, in the second cycle, you turn that $200,000 into 2 or 3 million, or maybe even more. And that's it. You're retired for life. You can live and do whatever you want. You're financially free. You're free altogether to travel the world or do whatever you want to do. Your favorite hobby, enjoy time with your family and friends. That's pretty much all I teach. Yeah? And it takes time. It's not for everyone because everybody wants to make money every single day. That's why they are day traders. But unfortunately, statistically, 95% of day traders consistently lose money and only 5% succeed. So think about it. Out of 100 people, people consistently succeed, 95 lose money. 80% of investors lose money, right? Only 20% succeed. So once again, 20 people out of 100 succeed only. And the reason being is for everything that I keep teaching, right? Lack of patience, greed, wanting perfection. Perfection, I keep saying this and reiterating, perfection is a lie, my friends. There's no such thing as perfection. Yes, sometimes people get lucky. Even I get lucky. I get like amazing precision trades. Like, for example, that time when we played the swing trade, buying XRP at 37 cents and selling at 55 cents, that happened to be the exact local top. That's, luck. I could have as well just sold at 50 or 60, whatever. You get the point, right? You do not need perfection. Perfection is a lie. What you need is rough estimates, right? It doesn't matter basically if you're buying, I don't know, Bitcoin at 20 or 15K, or if your next entry is 15 or 10K. It really does not matter. It really does not matter if you bought the coin after a 90% crash or 95% crash or 97% crash, which is exactly why I have the strategy of where dollar cost average weekly amounts of money at kind of these crashes, 90, 95, 97% crashes, right? Because the truth is you will never be able to nail the exact bottom or top. I actually have spoken to so many people throughout the years where people got burnt, missed out on great opportunities because you see, they wanted to buy the exact bottom. So, for example, the coin has been down 95%, but they want to buy one that's down 98%, and then it goes down 97%, and they literally miss out by 1%. And what I'm referring to here is, for example, XRP. I've spoken to people literally missed out on entries just because they were waiting for another 1, 2, or 3%, which is quite insane. It's insane, right? How can you do that to yourself? So you sit there for over a year awaiting these crashes. All this time you've spent and all this patience and emotional control basically goes down the drain because what you were seeking is perfection. But if you stop kidding yourself and you realize that there's no such thing as perfection, and you realize that 90% crash is a great buy, and that 95%, of course, is even better, and so is even 98% or 99%. But when you stop being greedy and you start understanding that basically all of these entries are great and you have to wait so long for them, and you have to be so patient not to FOMO in after a 70% crash or 85% crash, depending on the coin. The thing is, you have to make sure that you follow the strategy. That's what I'm trying to say. Because, for example, how I play, like I told you, I play by cycles. One cycle is roughly 4 years. Cycles might be lengthening also, and then you play the second cycle. So altogether, it takes you roughly 8 years to 10 years to really become financially free. And it's the safest way to play it. And it's also the most profitable. But the thing is this: one mistake, you make one mistake of being impatient, greedy, deviating from the plan, and you're potentially done for it, which is exactly why you can't afford to do that, which is exactly why you should always follow the sheet and execute everything like a robot, do not basically, like I keep saying, don't chase tops and bottoms. Do not try to be perfect. Please understand that we as human beings are not perfect, and making errors is normal. That therefore getting rough estimates is more than normal. Michael Colum, it's 4:40 a.m. in Ireland, and the notifications are better than an alarm clock and make me more profit in the long run than my day job. I'm glad to hear that, my friend. Hope you're having a wonderful time in Ireland. OCC Charlie, how are you, my friend? Uh, RJ Jamal, Phil is down 99%. Worth it? Well, I'm not touching Phil. Just because a coin is down 99% does not mean that it's a good entry or a coin to buy. I'm not touching it personally, but that's, of course, up to you, your decision. If you're asking me what I'm doing, I'm not touching it. Macroeconomic optics point to nothing good at 23 so far. Definitely expecting more downside as opposed to a reversal. Speculating things will synchronize for a bull market with the next halving in 24. Adrian Mendez, yeah, absolutely. You see, my friend, I agree. The indexes, the stocks show that there is potential for much more downside, which I hope is the case because I'm a very patient person, and for me, I would much rather have more great entries than a bull market right now. I know that a lot of people don't understand why I'm saying that because everybody wants to make money instantly, but I would rather wait out another year and make much more money eventually. And the thing is, to us, it really doesn't matter. Currently, we're neutral. If it goes down and it hits our targets, we execute and we buy. If it goes up, we sell and then we wait crashes. Whatever happens, we're prepared for both major upside and downside. And whatever happens, we have to be patient. And whatever happens, we have to understand it's going to take a lot of time. And we have to act like robots, execute like computers without emotions. Manjiro, I'm itching for more entries. Stop laughing out loud. Me too, my friend. Me too. I really, really, really want some more entries. And sometimes I'm just sitting there and thinking, screw it, maybe buy. But I'm like, no, 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 never. We don't do that. We follow the plan. We're robots for now, basically, my friends. We're robots. We execute like robots. We have zero emotion. We want more entries. Perhaps we will get them. If we don't, we still got some more. We already got great entries, and we're ready for the bull market. If we get further crashes, we execute and we'll follow the plan. Warren Taylor, will the market rise in 2023 or 2024 up? Depends on what you mean. Are there potential unsustainable pumps? That's very possible. Will there be chops and volatility? That's also very possible, of course. It depends on what you mean. Like, for example, would a pump to 40,000 Bitcoin be, a good rise for you? You see, it depends on, once again, on every single individual. But 2024, yes, I think there's a lot more potential for 2024 to be a good year, especially closer to the end of the year. So I'm not really sure what's going to do for the rest of the year, but closer to the end of the year, 2024, I believe, yes, that's when, we're going to see some good stuff. And, our investments finally starting to pay off very well. That's very, very possible. Although, once again, I use rough time frames, but yes, 2024 sounds much better than 2023 and 2024 near the end, especially. Michael, calm. Thank you for that, my friend. Sunny, bro, you always get hate from Twitter. You just tell the truth and warn people. Most of people in crypto bought the top in 2021 and they're bitter. Your Twitter post saved me from going all in. Sunny, thank you for that beautiful message. I'm really glad that it stopped you from going all in. And I really hope, I know this sounds like cheesy or something. A lot of people don't believe me, but it is what it is. Like, during the last cycle, I made sure that the bull market finishes to help people. I gave out every single target for free. I gave every single exit buy for free. I made every single update. I repeatedly tweeted the same things to try and help people. And I did it all for free to make sure that people lock in profits in the bull market. And how easy is it to be a good investor in the bull market, right? We had all these geniuses. Yes, unfortunately, I probably should not have done that. I was making fun of these people and influencers who kept making bullish calls in the bull market and starting, these private groups for trades. And I kept making. You can go on Twitter and find these tweets where I was making fun of people predicting these trades nearly every single day in the market going up, and me making fun, saying like, "Oh, there you go. I called to join my private group," although I had no private group, right? I was just making fun of people because I thought what they're doing is kind of like immoral, because anybody's a genius in the bull market, which is exactly why I made sure I don't launch my course in the bull market, which is exactly why I wanted to help people so that people see that everything is there, all the information is there. And I made sure that once the everything was executed, and I made the money and the targets came through, I only launched in a bear market. Why? Because the bear market is much more difficult to predict. The bear market is where it actually takes skill. It's where it actually takes patience. That's where where everybody stops subscribing to private groups, where all of a sudden all the moon targets didn't come true. So people are angry with the influencers who are predicting crazy targets in the bull market. So that's exactly why I waited for the bear market to start now when it's difficult and when people need help, because you build in the bear market. You position yourself to make millions in the in the bear market. And when the bull market comes around, you basically sell. Majir, we're so close to like 4 entries, brother. I'm ready for more downside. Me too, my friend. I really hope we get some more downside. One of our coins is very close for another entry, but we're patient. We're patient, my friend. And if we miss those entries, no big deal. No big deal. We already have great entries. We're already ready. But if we get them, that's wonderful. All we have to do is be patient and go with the flow of the market. Manjir, staying strong. That's good, brother. I like to hear that. Well done. Saif Adam, hi Rob, are you still buying BTR after the FTX saga? Absolutely. Why wouldn't I? Like I said, if you're on Patreon, you know exactly why we're diversifying. Because, like I said, some coins are going to go to zero, some coins are going to pump well, and some coins are going to pump like crazy, and we don't know which coin is going to do what. I'm not going to start, deviating away from the plan simply because some kind of bearish event took place in the bear market. We've had, instances like kind of like FTX collapse in the past before. Also, it's just the reason why it's so big this time is because FTX became, a major player. There's much more crypto adoption. And since there's much more crypto adoption, celebrities joined. It's much more mainstream. So yeah, it just a lot of people heard about it since crypto is much more mainstream now. I follow the plan, my friend. I follow the plan, and I will keep following the plan. I don't care. Like I said, if a meteorite falls down right next to me, I keep looking to the side because there's this huge ass spider walking on the wall, and I'm like, awesome. Yeah. So anyway, I follow the plan. No matter what happens, I will always follow the plan. The only deviation that can happen is in the bull market, when if I believe that the market is looking toppy, and I see that some coins are not delivering, and I see that this is it. I think that the crash is coming, or if I believe that we're very close to the top, like I was saying at 57K, I believe that we're very close to the top, but it was a 69K. Deviations might happen there. I might suddenly say that's it, exit all crypto markets, sell every single bag, get out, just like I did um, in the last cycle, I wrote exit all crypto markets. My only problem was that I held XRP and XLM. So those were the two coins out of my 9 coins that did not deliver. 7 did very well, and 2 did well actually, but I didn't lock in profits because I expected much more. Dalton Davis started buying solely around the same time you did. It's already time to accumulate for sure. Absolutely. Macro accumulation phase. Time to start accumulating, time to start dollar cost averaging with equal amounts of money upon new lows, making sure that there's a big difference between every single low. So you really bring down your average. So yeah, absolutely. The macro accumulation phase is definitely here. Manjira here, brother. Would you ever take free help with your patron on some advertising, uh, or maybe someone to help you answer questions, or would you graphic designer for your channel or Patreon? Manjira, what do you mean exactly, my friend? Could you please clarify? I'm not exactly sure what you mean. Please kindly clarify, my friend. Thank you very much. Just to show my appreciation. That's very kind of you, my friend. But exactly, I'm so sorry. I didn't exactly understand the question. Uh, Adrian Mendez, do you think cycles will change in the next few years as crypto becomes more regulated? Will the strategy need to adapt? Absolutely, Adrian. Like I said, I believe that this is the last cycle we're living right now that is going to be very explosive, and where the little guy is going to be able to make truly a lot of money. And then I believe that cycles are going to change. Yes, I believe that cycles are going to become slower, longer, less volatile. That being said, yes, it will take more time, but once again, if you make money in this cycle, you'll be able to follow the strategy that I teach. You'll be able to take basically 10K, turn it rough to 100K, get out, and then yes, it will take you more time, but you will get to the millions. Absolutely, I believe that cycles are going to change, just like every single asset class matures, stagnates, plateaus, whatever. Yes, it's definitely going to happen, and regulations are definitely going to affect it. And it's just the way every single asset class moves. At first, deception is very volatile, explosive. The crashes are stronger, but then everything becomes less volatile. Three blind mice. Any opinions on QNT that you can share? You believe it has utility? I'll just say that QNT, I believe, is a good coin to dollar cost average and diversify into upon certain targets. I think QNT is definitely something you can buy. But to answer your question about utility, uh, a lot of people are upset that I say this, but I don't believe in utility at this point in the market. I ask myself, is the utility narrative good enough for people to believe in a utility narrative and really pump the coin? So to answer it, in my way of thinking, I believe yes, it definitely has potential to make people believe in a utility and buy. Yes. Uh, Crypto BJJ, I lost a lot of money on this last bull market for not selling and wanting for certain targets. I have very little experience with TA. Where do you get your TA experience? Thanks, Rob. I'm very sorry to hear that, crypto BJJ. Unfortunately, like I said, 80% of investors who invested in crypto so far, according to a CNBC report, lost money. That is very unfortunate. My TA experience, I started in usual stocks when I started trading and investing. Then I moved to penny stocks. I destroyed my account twice. I invested $1,600. It went to zero nearly. I invested another $1,600. It went to zero again nearly. And then I just sat down and started, doing the same thing, I guess, as everyone, trying to study technical or traditional analysis. Didn't go too well for me. Then I started basically down my mistakes and my feelings and my fears and the hype and my emotions, and I started pretty much doing the opposite. So I, for example, understood that if you're, for example, trading, and I also don't know that much trading, I understood that basically that simply buy uh, simply sell at resistance and buy at support, for example, with this little stop loss below and little stop loss above the resistance if you're shorting. So although I never short, I used to short a lot of money back in the day with penny stocks. Was one of these shipping container companies, DRYS, I believe. Then something maritime, global maritime, something like that. So yeah. Anyway, the way I basically learned was that I completely destroyed my account twice. And I just learned from that. I learned what was I doing wrong, and then after that, I went into crypto. The first cycle was much easier. Basically, whatever like the top 10 coins you bought, they really exploded. Then the second cycle that I had has been more difficult. Like I said, only 7 out of 9 coins delivered. The other two did not. And so I learned. I just like I said, I learned. I see what wrote down my mistakes. Thought, how can I become better? What did I do wrong here? What did I do wrong there? Why did I get greedy there? Did I get greedy here? Basically, very standard things, and making sure that I just actually make a strategy out of it and see what works and what doesn't. So if it didn't work, I got rid of it. If it worked, I started doing that. And the main thing being is all about emotions, because what we're really playing on the chart, although it's price action and dollars and all that, or crypto, is human emotions, right? You have to understand it psychologically. Think of yourself as some kind of chart and reading what people are going to do, and how you can basically make money off that. CF Adam Rob, do you believe that this coming bull cycle will be the last bull run for retail Terra and 100 to 1000x profits? Yes, I believe so. That this current cycle is the last one, my friend, and we're roughly a year into the cycle, so we've got another 3 years, and if cycles are lengthening, maybe even more. Do you think XRP would most likely pump win versus SEC? Not sure that would necessarily be the case. I feel they could win. I still have no legal clarity for some time. If you're asking me, my friend Adrian, do I think XRP will pump if Ripple wins the lawsuit? It's very possible, but For me, I would do nothing. I don't care about that because I don't care about unsustainable pumps. Like I said, I believe that if XRP does pump because of winning the lawsuit, it will be like X Rapid going live, some kind of good pump, and then it would crash hard again because once again, it's a speculative pump based on hype and nothing to do with utility. What are your thoughts on Songbird? Like I know very little about it. I'm not interested in it whatsoever, my friend. One of those projects that I'm not looking into. I know that the XRP community really is into it, and everybody's into it. I wish them the best of luck. Three blind mice. Would it make sense to cash out into precious metal instead of fiat? I think it would make sense to generally make sense to hold precious metals together with fiat. So definitely good thing, and diversifying is always a good thing. Make sure you don't hold all your eggs in one basket. Yeah, Adrian Mendes. And now imagine, like, if Ripple wins the lawsuit. Now imagine what happens if Ripple doesn't win the lawsuit, right? Remember what happened when this SEC sued Ripple? I think what S&P crashed like 75% while everything else was pumping in like 2 days. So think about what's going to happen if they don't win. I really hope they win because, like I said, it's not only important for XRP, it's important for the whole crypto space to make sure that we set some kind of boundaries for the SEC and to make sure that they don't sue other projects. So it's very important that we get this win. That being said, my nature is a realist, and all I can say is that I hope, but I don't know what's going to happen. There are people who are guaranteeing that Ripple is going to win, giving these settlement dates, all of which were wrong. Just like the other day, a few days ago, we're talking about 15th of December, and I was saying that it's not going to happen, even because Charles Hoskins it means nothing. None of it means anything. It's just speculation, hype, rumors. It happens and it will happen, and we'll see what the answer is. Yes, we're dollar cost averaging and buying XRP. It's one of those coins that will potentially pump very hard. And if it doesn't come through, it doesn't come through. We've got other coins. It's nothing to fan over. XRP is a great coin with a great utility narrative, but it's just a coin, just like many other coins. I don't know, why it really became, like why it has the biggest community. I know that, and like out of all the communities, it definitely has the most unrealistic expectations. I mean, like no other community that I know of, at least, has a huge following of riddlers and puzzle solvers and teddy bears and like clowns, literally. I think, if I'm not mistaken, and the crazy targets of theories of flipping the switch and the coin pumping to nearly $600 in seconds because of some kind of flips, some kind of switch somewhere was flipped. Apparently, it's in London. I mean, just come on, this literally sounds like fairy tale stuff for children. Michael Colum. Yeah, I agree. There's to see when XRP Maxis got hit hard because of lack of diversification. Yeah, XRP Maximus did, and the thing is, it's not only about XRP Maximus, and I really like XRP, and I have a lot of people who are heavily into XRP. I have nothing against XRP. It's, like I said, this is just a coin like many other coins, but being a maximalist of any coin is not good. It's not just an XRP maximalist. Like, do not be a maximalist of, no matter how good it sounds. Diversify, dollar cost average. Give yourself options. Give yourself the opportunity to maximize your profits. Once again, guys, we have new people joining, so please kindly don't forget to put a like to make sure that we can, that in the search engine, the video goes up, please. Big Buzz, funny how you know all of the sayings. Yeah, Big Buzz, I'll tell you the reason why behind it. Back in 2018, when XRP was roughly $3, I was saying that XRP is going to crash over 90% and go to 15 cents. And I was heavily, heavily attacked to the point where I had people threatening me, like sending me death threats, death threats, and telling me they're going to beat me up or whatnot, simply because all I said was that don't listen to these people who are telling you that we're going to 589, and don't listen to these riddlers, we're going to 15 cents. And I became very well aware of what's happening, although never in my life have I made one Bearable Bull guy, not sorry, Bearable Bull is my friend. I'm talking about Bearable Guy 123. What was that basic teddy bear's name? I've never made a single video about him, never decoded a single riddle. The only video I ever made about him was when I basically already grew a little bit irritated myself, and I made a video saying that, like, basically, taking every single thing that they were throwing at me with all these crazy theories and telling them that basically that is not going to happen. This is not going to happen. That will not happen. Stop being a child. You need like a dose of reality. So yeah, I don't know very well what they were saying, because literally I had people sending me that and replying to me on Twitter in DMs and under my tweets saying, "What about this, Rob? You're an idiot. Ha ha ha. We're about to pump to like $100 because London's going to flip the switch, and there's a what was it, owl brooch on that lady with gray hair. I don't remember her name now, from IMF. It's basically insane. Some crazy, crazy theories, some colorful mountains. Just insane. And it's not just like I said, it's not that I have anything against the XRP community. I'm a part of the XRP community. I have a lot of yeah, Christine Lagarde. There you go. Thank you. I'm a part of the XRP community. I have a lot of dear friends from XRP community, but there's a difference between XRP community, XRP maximalists, and Riddlers. To me, Riddlers and XRP maximalists, they're part of the XRP community, but unfortunately, they're unfortunately on the shady side. They're the ones that create a bad name for XRP. And then there are people like me who look at XRP strictly as a speculative asset, and then there are those who dive into technology and fundamentals, and that's okay. Just that's fine. Rob, do you buy or research Sologenic, which has crashed by more than 99%? No, I don't believe so, Siafi. No, I don't believe so. Sologenic? No, I don't think so. Anyway, my friends, remember that this is the macro accumulation phase. We can go much lower from here, and if we do, we're ready to go much lower. And if we reverse and pump hard, we're ready for that too, since we've been packing our bags on dollar cost averaging and diversifying. Stay positive. Do not let these crashes get to you. Do not get these bear market narratives get to you. Yesterday on Twitter, I retweeted the tweet that I think it was tweeted like a year ago, where I said that the worst of the bear market is ahead of us. You will start believing that Bitcoin is going to go to zero, the crypto is going to go to zero, we'll never see new all-time highs. And the tweet had like roughly less than 300 likes, somewhere around that. And I retweeted it yesterday to remind people what is happening right now is exactly what I predicted a year ago. Right now, exactly, people are saying that crypto is going to zero, Bitcoin is going to zero, we'll never see new all-time highs, it's all over, this time is different. Same narrative every single time during every single bear market in the accumulation phase, whenever we basically crash roughly 75% to 99%. I'm not one bit surprised. People will always be people. Newcomers will also always be newcomers. Emotional investors will always be emotional investors unless they learn. So yeah, we've been on air for nearly 40 minutes. Once again, my friends, please kind of put a like if you enjoyed the live. Before I go, let me know if you have some kind of last questions. Maybe I'll answer another 2 or 3 questions. Also, before I go, once again, remember you can join by following the link down below in the video description and in the comments. Is basically what I'm doing right now, what I've been doing for 2 market cycles, to completely change my life, become financially free. H-Bar1, thanks to you, I've got cash on the side, DCA into good coins with diversification. For once, I feel ready for either narrative. Well done. H-Bar1, well done, my friend, well done. That's what I like to hear. Great job, my friend. Very well done. Exactly, Michael. Very well said. Trust the plan, not your emotions or friends. Exactly. Trust the plan. Execute like a robot. Be like a computer. Zero emotions. Big Buzz, I just followed you on Twitter. Welcome, my friend. And thank you for the follow. Fabio Almeida, or targets maintain the same? Do you mean our targets? Are you asking if our targets remain the same, Fabio? If yes, my friend, yes, our targets remain the same. We follow the spreadsheet like robots like computers. We execute at roughly those targets that we have, and that's it. How much does geometry factor into your work? Zero, my friend. With all due respect, Seventh Denim, zero. I do not do nonsense like that. I do not, and never will. Yes, Fabio, our targets remain the same, my friend. So it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much for finding the time to tune in. I really appreciate the fact that you took your time to talk to me. Adrian, same. I got to run, my friend. But thanks for all the incredible insight. Thanks for teaching patience. Cheers from Mexico. Hope you have a wonderful day in Mexico, my friend. Hope everybody has a wonderful day. Do something that that you like today, because life is short, my friends. Love you. Please put a like. Bye bye.